honestly, I think our group, I want to agree with you, was very tough. You know, the Egyptians, they pulled out of the last All African Games.
Just to prepare
For this tournament.
And they've been playing friendly games all across the globe.
They've been using this team, you know, as a springboard for the senior national team. And the way they crumbled showed that that group is really a very tough group. And you can't write off the Algerians. See what they have done in this tournament. We played a draw in our last group game, and they have beaten the South Africans. And if you have watched the games of the South Africans, they are very decent side. They have a player number 10. You know, that player is for the future.
A playmaker.
Very good player, you know, and they play very fluid passing game. So it's not an easy tournament. Yes, we want our teams to do well at the tournament. You know, when you score in the first half, concede goals in the second half is not a way to, you know, play, because sometimes you may not be lucky, but give it to the team. They have played against very serious teams, very tough teams, teams that have
their own.
Teams that have been preparing, you know, for this tournament.
All right, let's run through what you have right there on your screen very quickly, just to give you quick updates around the UEFA Champions League and tell you live scores there for you. Barcelona and Bayer Leverkusen are playing at a 1-1 draw. Barcelona, I think, already through.
Yeah, they are
through. And Neymar is not playing this game. Roma and Bate Borisov are playing out the goalless draw. Dinamo Zagreb and Bayern Munich are also playing out the goalless draw. Check out that one. Arsenal fans will be hoping that it can stay this way, and they can even get better for the Gunners, because if they win by 2-goal margin, they will be through ahead of Olympiacos. So there's everything to play for in that one. Chelsea also looking good, 1-0 at the moment over FC Porto. Dynamo Kiev also 1-0 over Maccabi Tel Aviv. Ghent of Belgium are 1-0 over Zenit St. Petersburg, who are already through. Moses Simon, of course, that's his team. And then Valencia are at home, and they are down a goal to Olympic Lyon. These are the live results of the UEFA Champions League matches currently going on.
Alex Iwobi is also on the bench for Arsenal.
All right, so these are live results. Let me just quickly read a few of your comments on Twitter. And Endurance Ogbemudi, our very good friend, a fan of Warri Wolves, is very happy because it was Warri Wolves' Etebo Oganekaro who captained the team today and was able to deliver for Nigeria. He says goalkeeper Emmanuel Daniel and the captain of the day, Etebo Oganekaro, were fantastic. And he says the Nigerian Football Federation should take care of Samson Siasia, his wages and the bonuses. Sheye Ogunlewe, Nigerian athlete, international, says congratulations to the Golden Eagles for qualifying. Congratulations to the Olympic Eagles for qualifying for Rio. Kevin Amata says 80% overall of the team will put the team in good shape. 80%. I mean, that's too drastic.
Massive overhaul.
Yeah, but I'm even sure that the best thing that Siasia will do is to still try to keep the bulk of this team together and get them to play so many games together. Because foreign clubs are still not going to release players until it is very close to the Olympic Games. Yeah, you won't get a chance to have that long campaign.
Yeah, you have to monitor the players you want to invite from Europe to make sure that they are in good shape. If you have an arrangement, then you can release them, and if they fit into your plans. But like you said, I mean, Oganekaro Etebo is an example of a player that has, you know, used his opportunity very well. He has played not only this game, all throughout this tournament, and it's such a shame that Stanley Dingba got injured. He's another player that has done so well during the tournament. When you get an opportunity like this as a player, you may not have another opportunity. You grab it. And show the world what you are made of.
All right. Kevin Amata also says winning the ticket is as good as winning the cup. I want to agree with him. Let's go on a quick break. My producer says I should go on this break. When we return from the break, there's still plenty more to talk about on Sports Tonight. We still have beach soccer to talk about. Hopefully, Samson Adamu should be able to make it in to the show. And of course, we'll be talking about Sunshine Stars and Nigerian wrestlers. All of that still to come for you on Sports Tonight this midweek. Join us again. All right, thank you for joining us. It's Sports Tonight. Let me just quickly also remind you, once again, UEFA Champions League games are currently going on. We will be updating you with updates from those games as we go on the show tonight. So you are enjoying the best of two worlds. You are enjoying Sports Tonight, the latest stories from Nigeria, and you are also going to be able to keep tabs with what's going on in the UEFA Champions League. We are still in celebration mood, so we still expect you to keep talking to us about the Olympic Eagles and what you think should be done to make that team better and, of course, get them in a greater shape in terms of quality for the Olympic Games next year. Samson has been able to navigate his way to our studios. He survived the traffic. We're happy to have him around. Samson Adamu, of course, you know him, the initiator of Copa Lagos. And this is the fifth edition?
Yeah.
Wow. How time flies. I remember the first time you were planning for the first edition and you were on this show. And we were hoping that it will survive.
And it's surviving.
And it has survived number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and this is number 5.
Inshallah, yeah. Number 5.
Well, good to have you on Sports Tonight. But Samson, let's start off with 2015. What are we expecting? What are you going to be doing differently from first edition, second edition, third edition, and fourth edition in terms of 2015 Copa Lagos?
What we're doing differently is we're improving on what we've done before, really. I mean, the teams are getting bigger. We have the clubs and the national team. Last year we had the national team, so we're just expanding on what...
Last year you also introduced the clubs?
The clubs, exactly, and this year we have even bigger clubs playing, so it's improving on what we've done last year, basically. It's nothing that is not broken, so we're not fixing anything.
You should be consolidating now. You should be a lot happier now that it should be easier to organize than the first edition because you have your structure in place, and it shouldn't be now. Everybody is aware of what Copa Lagos, what it does, what it means. It's the prime beach soccer competition in Nigeria, so it should be easier for you now.
Well, I would say it's easier. I mean, thankfully we have good corporate backing now. I mean, the corporate people that are backing us, they're improving. It's getting better every year, and then we have a structure which we've been building for the past 4 years that works. So we just plug in and we get the ball rolling. From the competition point of view, it's grown way bigger than we even think. I mean, we have amazing teams. This year we have England, we have Lebanon, we have Cote d'Ivoire, which are the defending champions. And from the club challenge, it doesn't get bigger as a club from FC Barcelona. So we have FC Barcelona coming again. We have Kano Pillars. We have 3SC.
Wow.
And we have the Pepsi football team playing. And what's amazing is that the clubs, based on what happened last year, the clubs they're really involved in it. I mean, the Kano Pillars and 3SC, they're very keen, and they're resuming camp even with the national team players. So they're playing friendly games. So the culture of beach soccer is really improving. I mean, it's growing, and it's gotten to the LMC teams. NFF have been very supportive. LMC as well, they've been very keen on it. I mean, last year we spoke to the clubs almost individually, but this year it's through LMC, and it's getting to that level which we wanted to get to.
Now that you're talking about the structure of beach soccer, let's focus on the beach soccer now, which is the main essence of the Copa Lagos, the beach soccer itself. Are you somehow still a little bit disappointed that this looks like it's the main beach soccer competition that we still have in Nigeria? So everybody looks forward to it, and it's just once a year. Is it still disappointing for you that we are still working on starting a league? Yes, Lagos have a co-league and all of that. Are you impressed with the pace with which beach soccer is catching up?
Actually, I'm very, very impressed, not disappointed. Impressed because, I mean, if you see Copa Lagos is relatively big, and it's at the 5th year. So the events that is competing with Copa Lagos are events that have been existing for like 20 years, and nothing good comes easy, as you know. And for us to already in the 5th year have started looking towards the club side. I mean, after the 5th edition, we'd have about 5 Nigerian football clubs. I mean, Premier League clubs that would have beach soccer teams. So by the time we start like a national beach soccer league, we would have already established Premier League teams that have beach soccer players that can play in the league. So when the league starts, it's not going to start with baby steps. It's already be established to a good level. So it is good. I mean, after this year, we'll have stationary stores which played last year. We have Eyimba, we have Kano Pillars, we have 3SC, we have the Pepsi football team. So by next year, we're ripe to start the league. I mean, we can start the league with 5 or 6 teams. I already have the knowledge of beach soccer, so they're not starting all afresh from scratch. So they have players, they have the structure, and they have the coaching team. So it is very good. It's very good.
Are you thinking along the line of maybe moving this to some other parts of Nigeria? Because I remember when we were starting this, the first edition, when you were talking about the first edition, you said one of your dreams would be for Nigeria to become such a big beach soccer playing nation that all the parts of Nigeria where you have beaches, you can go there and set up something.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's part of the plan. I mean, with Canopy that's coming now, the interest they've shown, I mean, it doesn't have to be the beach, but the riverine area, which they can.
You can create it.
You can create. You can create.
Just
a beach.
put those sand somewhere.
If you go to if you go to Eco Atlantic now, you will see that they're creating a city on the beach. So really, you can create it. You don't have to. If you go even in the middle of the city to put sand there and put the seats there around, you have a beach soccer competition, beach soccer stadium. So really, you can go everywhere you want to. And the idea for the league, once the league starts, we would move it from one city to the other.
Okay, you've been itching to say a few things as well.
Well, my question is about you know, the culture, the Nigerian team. You know, the last time Cote d'Ivoire came here, I know you are the organizer. You don't really have much, you know, responsibility in terms of you know,
our teams are prepared.
Teams are preparing. You know, but what are the tips? You are into beach soccer. You know, I know that you are also in the committees in FIFA and in CAF. You know, what are the tips that you can give to the federation, to the coaches? Do we need to, you know, train more coaches so that you know, the culture of beach football can grow in Nigeria?
I mean, you're spot on. I mean, beach soccer is not different. It's not any different from traditional football. It is teaching the teachers basically and to produce more players. So having more players, and we're getting there. I mean, having more players to play beach soccer, and then the coaches also getting better training to do. That's what we need to get there. But like you said, I'm a promoter for beach soccer. Yeah. I'm not really involved in terms of the players and what they do. I mean, it's part of it's the responsibility of the National Nigerian Football Federation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, so we expect you to keep talking to us as well on Sports Tonight. I'm going to come back to Samson, but I just need to quickly check up once again on UEFA Champions League matches currently going on and tell you that we'll be updating you with the results as we get them. I'm trying to get some upload, but we'll keep talking about it. Arsenal need to score 2 clear goals to be sure that they are going through to the next round. But let's just look back at what happened yesterday. Let's talk around the results from yesterday's games and the surprises that heralded the UEFA Champions League yesterday. Some of the teams that we expected were going to be able to pull through and qualify for the knockout phase somehow decided not to win. Decided to drop into the Europa League. Let me come to you on this one. Manchester United didn't win. They lost to Wolfsburg yesterday, yeah. And a lot of pressure right now on Louis van Gaal.